The last 20 seconds of this film will alter your perspective on on-set gossip, so don't click away. The rumor you've seen in headlines and comments has a true narrative behind it. Today, we want to know what Brad Pitt's gross habit caused everyone on set to speak. We'll trace the trail from a co-star's set narrative to late night jokes to how the internet transformed a short tip into an enduring legend. So stick with me through to the end. The hook is right here. Brad didn't always have time to take a shower in between takes. During a lengthy shoot years ago that had hot lights and strict turnaround times, Eli Roth, his co-star, claimed that when time was of the essence, Brad disclosed a quick fix, using baby wipes beneath his arms to freshen up. It's straightforward, unpretentious, and yes, a touch ooh if you imagine a war movie set with long hours. People still talk about that little hint. It began as a helpful remark between actors, and it evolved into the well-known gross habit that endures to this day. Did anyone actually notice? Then, the story kept coming up. Brad's baby wipe move became part of his mythology as people began to joke that he could go for a long time without taking a shower. Brad could go a long time without taking a shower, according to Jason Priestley, who even made fun of their early roommate days. That came directly from a TV conversation and was subsequently picked up by the media. Thus, it wasn't from a dubious source. When life was hectic, the picture of a celebrity who occasionally preferred wipes over water lingered in your mind. Then the jokes became popular. Zach Galifianakis made fun of Brad's not showering concept on Between Two Ferns. It was a manufactured ridiculous farce, but it demonstrated how popular the story had grown. You can tell it's part of the culture when late-night comedy starts to creep in. Although a joke doesn't prove anything, it keeps the gross habit conversation going long after the show has ended and informs you what everyone has heard. Let's take a moment to be fair. Actors try their best to remain camera-ready over a lengthy session, a hot set, or a little break. Although baby wipes may seem harsh, any crew will tell you that fast repairs are common. That's life when you're racing a call sheet, and it's not just Hollywood. What began as a useful tip evolved into a label, which in turn became clickbait gold. Less dramatic is the reality. A time-saving hygiene shortcut that many people could relate to, while others thought it was amusing or disgusting. What caused this to adhere so firmly? For 3 reasons. Let's start with the contrast. A polished star with a practical repair. The second is a vivid image that your brain cannot ignore: wipes in place of a shower. Third, the plot is kept interesting by using the same witnesses and gags repeatedly. Every subsequent retelling of a narrative sounds like evidence once it feels true. One advice becomes a legend in this way. Here's a twist though. You might not anticipate. It's crucial to remember that people alter their habits. As some people who met Brad later on remarked, he smelled amazing at events. A person is not permanently bound by a story from a certain era. Real life moves on. Internet memory is long. For this reason, it's helpful to distinguish a humorous set story from a permanent label. Was this therefore the gross habit that was discussed by everyone? Yes. The one that keeps coming up is the baby wipe repair. It's not a scandal, nor is it surprising or harsh. It is a human. If nothing else, it demonstrates how quickly a minor behind-the-scenes item can become a major news story. It also demonstrates the importance of always asking, who stated this first and where did it originate? In this instance, the quote is recorded, the source is obvious, and the laughter is open to the public. Here's your fast takeaway. If you stayed until the end, which I hope you did. 1. Brad offered a time-saving wipe technique on set that was actually the gross habit. 2. Stories and jokes from friends and comedians kept it lively. 3. The deed itself became less of a legend thanks to the internet. You'll be aware of the straightforward, authentic tale behind that headline the next time you see it. I appreciate you staying until the very end. Tell me in the comments if you think the baby wipe method is clever, disgusting, or just a typical way to deal with hectic work. If the rumor has been dispelled, hit like, share with a buddy who enjoys movie sets, and subscribe for more straightforward, unflappable analyses of the stories that everyone debates over.